Former New Mexico Republican governor turned Libertarian Gary Johnson has taken advantage of the historically negative numbers for the two major party candidates. The unfavorable ratings for both Trump and Clinton are at historical highs, and while the Libertarian Party has never garnered more than 1.1% of the popular vote, this year appears to be vastly different than elections past. This is a case for Gary Johnson. The 63-year-old Libertarian candidate has labeled himself as fiscally conservative and socially liberal. Gary Johnson wants to eliminate wasteful spending to lower our $19+ trillion debt. Johnson believes that we can balance the budget by reforming entitlements, as well as cut military spending. As governor of New Mexico, Johnson vetoed hundreds of bills with excess spending included in them to achieve a balanced state budget. On the tax front, a Johnson administration would eliminate income taxes, as well as eliminate the corporate tax, which by doing so, Johnson believes it would create tens of millions of jobs. Gary Johnson believes that the current tax code penalizes savings, productivity, and investment. To replace these taxes, Johnson is a proponent of a single federal consumption tax. A consumption tax would shift your tax burden from how much you earn to how much you spend. You will be able to keep the money you earn, thus letting you make the choices of where to spend your money. Johnson also believes in term limits. He believes that many members of Congress place being re-elected as their first priority. He points to the 22nd Amendment, whose purpose is to limit the number of terms a president can hold office. He believes that the president, as well as Congress, should be focused on representing the people instead of playing politics. Having served as governor of New Mexico, Johnson knows the complexity of immigration reform. He has said numerous times that he believes it is nowhere near as easy as other candidates may portray it to be. He has proposed a 2-year grace period for illegals to get work visas, and a one-strike, you're-out policy for illegal immigrants who violate their terms. Johnson has been quite open when it comes to his continued use of marijuana. He is a proponent of legalizing and regulating marijuana and believes it can save lives, make our communities safer, and save billions of dollars in the process. While Johnson is pro-marijuana, he does not support the legalization of any other recreational drugs which are currently labeled as illegal. Johnson is in favor of less incarcerations for drug use and more rehabilitation to promote harm reduction programs. Governor Johnson believes that politicians in Washington are having the wrong debate when it comes to climate change. Johnson believes that climate change is real and that we are most likely to blame, but our actions to reverse climate change should not cost us American jobs and our freedoms. Johnson believes that the EPA plays a critical role in keeping our citizens safe, but does not believe that the government should create winners and losers in what he believes should be a free market. Johnson does not believe in cap-and-trade legislation, along with taxing carbon emissions, as he believes both of these initiatives restrict a free market. On civil rights, Johnson is a supporter of gay marriage, saying that denying gay couples the right to marry is discrimination. Johnson believes in the idea of equal pay for equal work, but is hesitant on legislation forcing companies to pay accordingly, saying in April 2016 that the devil is in the details. While on the issue of abortion, Johnson believes Planned Parenthood does a lot of good work, and according to his campaign website, Johnson is convinced that the government is ill-equipped to address abortion, and that it is a deeply personal decision. Former Governor Gary Johnson has a very steep hill to climb to become President of the United States in 2016. During the 2012 presidential election, Johnson garnered up just under 1% of the total popular vote, which was the largest since Ralph Nader in the year 2000. During this election, Johnson is projected to blow past recent third-party numbers, and could arguably flirt with Ross Perot's numbers in 1992 and 1996. At any rate, the growing Libertarian Party is hoping to achieve 5% in the total popular vote to receive federal funding in the year 2020. This funding can go a long way to potentially having a non-red or blue president, something that has not happened since Millard Fillmore in 1850. Thanks for watching. Post in the comments below whether or not you're voting for Gary Johnson, and why. Be sure to watch my video on Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, and Jill Stein to be more informed on all candidates before you cast your ballot in November.